everyone, my name is Zoe Hawk and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Veilguard. So we are gonna go to Necropolis Halls. Let's go. So Bellara is the one who set this one up. So I think maybe we'll take her. Yes, confirm that. So let's go. Start quest.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmrich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met. Well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Bellara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
How nice and cordial. Neat neat skull helmet. Are you dead or not? Neat skull helmet?
I liked that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the Shrouded Halls?
Toward that screaming?
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you in a second. I wanna look over here first. See, there's always something hidden in a corner. Let's go.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anything like this.
Wow, neither have I. Is this underground? What the heck? Or is this outside? I can't tell. Must be outside. What's over here?
Something weird up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
The bell?
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the Shrouded Halls at all.
Take your word for it.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
How about all the dead bodies? You wanna open that? Okay. There's some chests over here. One sec. Shatter, legendary rune. Ooh. We got a ton of runes, don't we? Fortify, you gain invulnerable. Duration 25 seconds. Heavy and light attacks no longer penalized versus barrier for 20 seconds. Ooh. This is a shatter. Ranged attacks break through enemies' guard for 10 seconds. Honestly, I haven't even used a rune, so whatever. I guess they just like collecting things. Well,
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
okay.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
What does that mean?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Cryptwood bow. Well, it's a lot more damage and stagger. So I guess I'll use it. Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Okay.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
Okay. I can't do that apparently.
I hope we can help here, Professor.
You already have, Bellara, and it's just Emmrich. Please.
Great, Professor.
I assume your visit has to do with recent upheavals we've sensed in the Fae?
Oh, just a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Careful ahead.
Whoa, that was powerful.
I see we've company.
All right, let's get them.
How do I do this again? Static strikes, hurricane of blades. Oh. Well, I did not mean to do that. Okay, so we need a wisp for this one. Huh. I didn't see any wisp. Oh. Wow.
This magic, it drains everything around it.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Okay. So we just, what, walk around it? What is this? Ancient illustration. These stylized symbols represent the forking of thought, consciousness, will, finality, and time, all favorite subjects of Navarre's greatest necromancer philosophers. Can't go that way.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Okay.
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Can I go back now to that one door? It's just right here. No?
I'll need a wisp.
Okay. Never mind then. We'll probably have to come back. Possibly? I don't know.
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlethin.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
Ah. So it just like disappeared. Precious decay. Ooh, necrotic damage. Let's wear that.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
Less damage, all that kind of stuff.
You think
Okay.
a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes, mortals are their prime attraction.
Trouble coming.
They attack from afar!
Yeah.
Trouble coming.
Okay.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Sightless skull. Control ability damage. I'll keep with mine.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Oh, so we are underground. Okay. Can't really jump up. No, I can't jump up there. Voluminous notes. The long-sought notes of one of Navarre's most famous spirit summoners. Some whisper that Argentine Felddelver still wanders the fade, though she died 60 years ago. Necrotic Jade. Necrotic damage and damage versus enemies suffering from necrosis. Necrosis damage, not necrotic. Necrosis, okay. I don't want to get that yet. How do I get this? Oh. Is there... One sec. Some way to drop down there? No? Okay. I'm sure we'll come back here later.
Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Okay.
This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fade.
Oh, that'd be helpful in Arlethan, but I bet it only works here, doesn't it?
Quite correct. The bell would be inert outside the necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Huh. Do we need a wisp for this door? Possibly that's where we're gonna go next, though. I pushed it. Shattering signet? Okay, you don't have a thing, so take it. A trinket, that's what it's called.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh, think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dust.
Okay.
Found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
That will be the start.
Stop dying, fool! Continue the assault!
The strength of the winter.
Excellent hit, Rook.
Cost that, but I don't have any, apparently.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
No, that's inside. I can't get that. Okay. And that's protected. Oh. Overflow legendary rune? I'll check that out later. Smiling visage. All less. Oh wait. When an enemy dies, it spawns an operation that attacks nearby enemies, dealing necrotic damage. Cool. Oh! I just jumped right over the side there. Okay. I guess this way.
Let's try to keep quiet and not disturb.
On your left!
Ooh, great job, Rook! Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Gone to the upper chambers to investigate noise. With luck, it's only one of those lumbering Navaran corpses. What a sight. They throw my body to the flames like we do in the rest of the civilized world.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I know people in Minrathous who would help with that. Just say the word.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Guests!
Kill them all, but save the living. Alliance are forfeit.
Got it.
We've company.
We die for the gods.
Oh. That's him, okay.
There. That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
Okay.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Okay. Okay.
There's the Venatori.
Alliance are forfeit.
Venatori brought demons.
Typical of them.
How are we doing, Emmrich?
The bell is slowly wakening, but we must fight a little longer. Come on!
Great demon!
Hold fast! Masterfully done, Rook! They're firing at us!
Finish them now!
Whoa. Now that's a cool rage demon.
We're halfway there. One's here! End them, quickly!
Let's leave that one alone. Finish them off!
Watch out! Strike them now! Now, the grand necropolis shows itself!
Worked! Those despair demons are just gone.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Okay.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
Okay. Okay, speak with him to leave. I don't think... Something over here. Oh, there's a chest. Ooh, Guardian of the Abyss. It's for Emmrich. Yeah, take it. Okay, let's talk to him and get out of here.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Manfred. Hello, tea time, that's so nice. Thanks. Oh, no thanks. Tea time, that's so nice.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Just keep the necromancy safe. Glad to have you in a fight. Promise you'll bring Manfred. Promise you'll bring Manfred.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmrich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmrich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
Where the dead must go. Okay. Drawing on his necromantic powers, Emmrich banished the despair demons infesting the shrouded halls and drove out the invading Venatori. Learning that malevolent ancient gods are causing chaos in the Fade, the professor joined the team to help stop these mystical threats to creation. Unbeknownst to him, the Venatori plot is the beginning of a chain of events that will lead Emmrich to a dark figure from his past. Okay. Let's go talk to him, I guess. Right here. Talk.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in.
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
It's fine. Beautiful, surprisingly comfy. Better with an expert mage. It's better with more people. Do we want to flirt with him? I mean, I guess. We're not in a romance yet, but...
I think I like it better with a necromancer in the place.
Do you?
Especially one with experience.
I must be sure to live up to expectations.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
Everyone's just new? Nah, well, maybe a little. We've seen weirder. Nah, maybe a little.
No way. But a few people might not get it.
Oh, I'd hoped to make a good first impression.
But Laura's excited you're here. Everyone else just has to get to know you.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay. I guess let's talk to him. He's probably got a companion quest for us.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Yep. Later. I got another person to get. Recruit the dragon hunter. Yep. Okay. We can go explore that right now. Let us go get this dragon hunter. Oh, maybe I should also talk to everybody else. See if they have anything to say. Hoarding, you're up. Anything to say? Yes, she has something to say. What do you want?
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter? Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Well, no. I guess now that the Inquisition answers to the Chantry, that makes her Divine Victoria's spy master.
The Inquisition's presence.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
We could use her help. Should I be worried? What does she want? Should I be worried?
A spy master? She doesn't know things about me, does she? Do I need to worry?
Charter probably knows everything about you. Oh, but she's not going to use it against you. I mean, if you behave.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
What about the advisors?
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
So, the inner circle?
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
What? Eyes under the bed? Creepy. Eyes under the bed? What?
Who stores eyes under their bed? I'm partial to a nice wall display myself.
Well, that's one interpretation that never occurred to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Ah, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
Ordinary people?
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
It wasn't small pastry chefs. I remember the chaos. It wasn't small.
You helped people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes. I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right. Like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Do you miss the Inquisition?
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
He has a crusade. I feel sorry for him. He's a jerk. I guess he has a crusade.
He might be lonely, but I doubt he cares. He's single-minded. Nothing else matters besides his crusade.
Because it's the only thing he's had. My ma used to say, a caged dog forgets there's grass outside. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Sure. Okay. That was a very long talk.